Had to do it. The 90s are back. Mech, Fran, let's go, go. This is mutant music, spark the revolution to this. This is mutant music, X-Men, yes it is destined. This is mutant music, spark the revolution to this. This is mutant movement music, X-Men, yes we are legends.
Slash, universal with the vision. X told me get him, so I promise I'ma hit him. Started first class, so I'm leading every mission. Telepathic state smitten, beating races for a living. When I say it's on side, put the laser to your fitted. When I play Darwinism, they get body by the fittest. Crazy with the hands, they try to have me admit it, but I was too ill, now they calling me the sickest. Slash, Gene Splice will show you high. See red during family fights. This divisor, I will knock out your life. 2020, you can view me in mind. Going to war for the core, about to go spin the block for Genosha. Always stay woke, if my eyes were shown it. Take off the shades, I'ma race, get you broken.
I'm a little cynical, a civilian. Trying to put me in the mode of the villain. And then wonder how I grow so resilient. Hit me with it, take still sitting in my brilliance. Try to be a saint, but I tolerate affliction. Breaking the restraints, so I follow with conviction. Never shoot blanks, red beam with a distance. Spreading like paint, jet stream, burn the crimson. I'm Bishop, I be stepping on top of your squares for the mischief. Bonds better battle with pairs, cause I'm gifted. I don't follow patterns of the X, I'm different. Got a trigger finger for the next competition. Yeah, did I mention, if I'm in your timeline, I'm about to be missing. Trying to be division, we're fixing up the paradigm. I don't need to count on your assistance. Yeah.
This is mutant music, spark the revolution to this. This is mutant music, X-Men, yes it is destined. This is mutant music, spark the revolution to this. This is mutant movement music, X-Men, yes we are legends.
Blue armor like a bird that candles. Don't ask if I'm devil or a man. I'm a force of nature in a form that you can't handle. What you think BAM stands for, huh? Look, I've been bruised and bloodied and bashed. Got my moves in your brain, but there's no thought faster than action. Hands up a little bit strange, doesn't mean you can't catch them. Nothing personal, kid. You're not the first to be worse than me. Yet every turn do you think that I'm not the one with the curse of me? But you don't know from adversity. The streets were unkind to me, people. The demons they see in the night with their piety serves not a thing but propriety. Guess they should know about the darkness inside of me.
No potential when my hits connect, it's connect. Go with aces when loose in my section. I've been a wild card, ain't no playoff projection. No playoff projection, these players pathetic. I make you regret a playing. Bojutsu be stepping, I'm stepping in. Like inside of my mind, I can't let you win. You a smoke, let it bang in my second hand. And if we call a spade, then I'm in the field making major plays. My shorty a roll, but game is game. Especially when you they favorite flame. You must be super stupid to confuse it. I want the crew and move it like a human. I'm not a human, little tool can prove it. We teach this mutant music like a movement.
It's the Big Blue, I'm an NYG. The grade A finna be solid NYC. She see the blue face, she like Ben Ike. She step to my head blue when she see these feeds. Like why? I really think they hate your boy, so they destroy him. Cool, but this ain't for joy. Let's make some noise. I said I'll erase your boy. I'm a tune, lot of style, call me nature boy. My instinct and depth is the role that I play, but don't think it's a mess and control all the way. If the stress come my way, then I'm locked in the G code. Motionless, I'm unlocking the beast mode.
Metal for metal with metalist, mental metal with some heat on the side, it's unsettling. Now he an Iron Man. Move the metal, no F, I'm an Iron Man. What is this madness? Think you messing with big madness? Flow Mercury, push or pull, it's a magnet. Put the heat on your dog, now he mad match. He can go and play fetch with his cat. We'll get ready for tearing the script, scribbling against the R, throwing darts, thinking we hiding our hand when we got. We'll get it out of your body, brotherhood over a copy. Keep at the sloppy magneto, we'll catch your body, ain't no wax, it's just.
This is mutant music, spark the revolution to this. This is mutant music, X-Men, yes it is destined. This is mutant music, spark the revolution to this. This is mutant movement music, X-Men, yes we are legends.
You gotta find your work. Then when you tune into the movement, it's just firework. It's like a while to work. Now embracing is my family of quirks. You set the one and then it's gone, get it poppin' like you swallowing perks. Don't get a bright idea, leave you bright-eyed with the bright light. Mess with the boys, you be seeing starlight. Throw you in the sun, now you sparkle like a twilight. All the colors on me, now they tune in for the highlight. Whoa, this ain't nothing new to me. Wipe your squad, celebrate, it's Jubilee. No hyperbole, ain't no lie. When it comes to the squad, I'll light up the sky.
That cloud in the sky, soft to the touch and the sweetest goodbye. But don't let her cry, the story could turn to a Noah's Ark. Don't wind me up, I ain't fit to pull us apart. Cause I'm a vortex with the Lord, yes. Any X-Men of mine knowing me, they've been blessed. Address, mere respect, not with static. Protecting the peace, systematic, climatic. A god amongst men. WWJD, y'all cannot play me. Higher than hierarchies go. Crown on black crown, as white as the snow. So what kind of queen? one that's forever. Whether the store power losses or never, you can talk your talk. The Omega is the last word. What's the forecast? I am her.
I'm the taker, a feeder, I want it, I grab it like follow the leader. I'm playing the gambit, my foe's gonna go sleep away, running through the mind all day. Don't wanna become my prey, keep out of my face, okay? I'm the anti-hero, impartial. Got perfect form, but these hands can be harmful. Tap of my finger, I can't help but startle. You're powerless, look at me, I'm the marvel. Ooh, got all that strength in my clutch. Ooh, gonna leave you with a crutch. Ooh, they say I'm doing too much. Ooh, yeah, you can look, but don't touch. Ooh.
This is mutant music, spark the revolution to this. This is mutant music, X-Men, yes, it is destined. This is mutant music, spark the revolution to this. This is mutant movement music, X-Men, yes, we are legend. I'm having dreams, they wake me at night. I'm strapped to machines, I can't even fight. The phoenix is burning, she's saving my life. And she might wanna come be my baby tonight, but she can't. She belongs to another. Then I'm recruited by the professor. But the team isn't really my steez. My animal nature, it caused me to flee. To get the truth about what happened to me. Adamantium, it's all in my genes. Animal instinct, ignoring the laws. Sense the smell about as sharp as my claws. Don't get me started, I'm a lethal weapon. Anyone stepping, I slice them in sections. Canyon is finest, but I'm only home. Always repping, always X-Men. Yeah. It's about that time. And man, it's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope pod to step 2. We are back. Oh my goodness. Look at this guy. Looking like the professor over here. With the glasses.
There we go.
I see you.
There we go.
Professor Mbaku over here. What's good?
Not much. Was good with you, dog?
Oh man, I'm chilling, man. It's been so long, man. We talk a lot, but we haven't actually done a pod where we got a chance to talk about some X-Men. So
yeah,
it's been
a minute. It's been a minute.
You know, the end of the year, the least we could do is just drop a little something for the people. Yeah. You know, let them know we're still alive. And check in, see how everybody else is doing, and you know, get some ideas for your maybe for your New Year. So, what are you doing to celebrate bringing the New Year?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay,
I'm old. I'm staying home. Staying home with the wife, you know, and kind of getting over a little cold. So
I'm not mad at that, yo. It's all good. I think I'm doing the same thing. We having like one other couple over. We don't have, I don't know about you, but we don't have a lot of married couple friends. So we always like have to try to like find them as much as we can, and like that don't have maybe or have similar, you know, whether it's one kid or a couple kids or the same amount of like responsibility, just so that there's not like a lot of extra stress on each other. So but yeah, we have one other couple homies that are going to be coming by, and that's it. We're just gonna keep it super light, you know. Eat a little.
I don't think we're doing that. I think we're just low key in it. Like,
hey man, let us know in the comments, or if you are if you do get to listen to this one before the new year or even after, just let us know how you spent your new year. Shout out to C Jack, who said he's having New Year's with his fiance. His couple other friends are gonna play some Monopoly till midnight. Sounds perfectly washed. I'm okay with it. I am okay with it. That is a fun night to me. So we might just break out some Cards Against Humanity or something, and you know, just kind of see where it goes. But yes, very low key. Are you excited about just the new year? Like, are you one of those resolution new year new me type guys?
No, I'm the exact opposite. I'm like, you know, learn from your mistakes and keep it pushing. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I have a funny post. You know, Martin, it's a tradition every year. I post, here comes that say new year, new me bullshit. So
I mean, yeah, I get it. If people, whatever you got to do to motivate yourself, you know, if it gets you
know,
up and going, but
just be realistic about it, because you know that this is not going to, you know, there's no cutoff point to when you could start or stop being a good person. Like just
Yeah, you
work
could
at your own pace.
you could have done it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Like,
you could easily started before the freaking calendar page turned. So yeah, man. So before this calendar page turns, there's been a little bit of X-Men / Marvel news that has been interesting. And so I wanted to wrap it up. As you know, this year we started off super hot. We had a very, very we was doing weekly episodes as the show were going on. And that was this year, right? Like I'm just like, wow, this has been a whirlwind year.
yeah, this
Okay.
this year was
97 did start this year, right?
this year was crazy. We like anybody that follows Rand, of course, everybody follows Rand on Instagram. He posted about Royal Rumble. I didn't even remember it was like the first week of January.
Man, yeah, it really was. Like that was so long ago. And when I posted stuff, I'm like, gee whiz. Like, but that's what's important. I think, that's one of the best things about social media is that you can use it for those times to go back and reflect, because time just moves so fast and
It
we
does.
just forget about. And then you get to the end of the year and you're like, oh man, I ain't do nothing this year. And then you can look back and be like, wow, I did a lot. Like we took a lot of trips. We did a lot of events. We did a lot
I got glasses.
People got glasses. I think I got my new glasses probably in January as well.
Nice.
Like all that stuff. Usually we have FSA, baby. When that money flip over.
Yes, sir.
That's why I'm married. No, that's not the reason I'm married, but it's definitely a perk. Is getting to use the wifey's flex spending account. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go shopping.
Yeah.
But
I'm excited for that too.
Yeah, man. So this last year I got really expensive glasses, so I probably won't get any this year. But anywho, moving forward, it's cool, but I think it is important to be able to look back, because a lot of people are hard on themselves around this time of year. Like, oh man, I didn't do enough. I didn't get my project going. I said I was going to do a podcast. I said I was going to do a blog. I said I was going to write more articles. I said I was going to, wrestle at freaking Ring of Honor. I don't know, but just setting goals for yourself that maybe you didn't see, but think about those other small goals that you might have hit on the way, And one that we hit, and I'm very happy about, is in our prime, in our heyday as X-Pod, when we were beginning, we were very fortunate to have hit really high rankings on the Apple Podcasts charts. And so we can get back there with your help. So all you got to do, give us a 5-star review if you enjoy it. If you like X-Men, you want to know more, you want to get more current episodes, we can totally do that for you. We got you. And as always, X-Pod 97 is presented, powered by the good folks at Geekscape. So shout out to the Geekscape network, geekscape.net. And anybody who's picking up merch, please do that and continue to do so. I thank you.
Get a sticker, get a mug. I don't know.
Sticker. Yeah, man. I actually gave out some stickers. Oh, we did a live pod this year.
Yep.
It's cool. We get to reflect on this cool stuff we did, man. This summer, we was outside with it. We went to BlurredCon. We had an amazing live panel. I mean, the cosplay was amazing. It was such a fun time, man. I wish somebody would have recorded it, because I laughed so much. Like, it was just really cool to talk this show with your peoples. You know what I'm saying?
I think next year, it's gonna be more to come. More to come.
All right. Okay, that means more episodes, hopefully, and more of Megaran and Marcos being outside. So we hope to do that. So let's get it started then, man. Let's start with the script, and let's get cracking, like we always do about this time.
Oh man, we're pulling out the script. Let's locate it. Let's locate the script. Oh man,
I wonder if it's in the private chat that I sent you.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Huh.
Look at that. Look at where it's at.
Huh. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know if you knew, but X-Men 97 revisits the iconic era of the 90s as the X-Men, a band of mutants who use their uncanny gifts to protect the world that fears and hates them, are challenged like never before, forced to face a dangerous and unexpected new future.
The X-Pod 97 will track these adventures weekly to you, your X-Pod.
Yeah. So here we are. We're back. We back, baby. So I don't even know what episode we are, but I'll figure all that stuff out later. It's literally the last day of the year, 2024.
Literally. Not even the full day. It's the last few hours.
But so by the time this posts, this will be next year. This won't post till next year.
Some people at this point they're already 2025. I mean, Australia.
Yeah. My Australian
Japan,
homies,
everybody.
They're living in the future. So
yep.
First thing I want to talk about, and I don't just want to talk about it, I actually want to view it. I'm talking about this Marvel's Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man official trailer. Let's jump right into it because I think it's pretty dope. All right, so here we go. All right, here we are.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. There goes the Spider-Man.
Peter, you're gonna be late.
Sorry, man, I'm okay.
Hey, Petey's always been a bit clumsy.
You know me, clumsy Petey Parker. Mr. Campbell, I remembered I left something in the bathroom. Deuces. Parker out.
Superpower size kid. Know you want a neighbor like me. Look out.
Somebody help me!
He's running. Grab him.
Gotcha! I thought it was dead meat.
Check out our next victim in his dumbass costume.
Is my suit really that bad? Ouch. Oh! Watch out for that ladder! Just consider it a good deed from your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That's me, by the way. I'm Spider-Man.
There we go again. Swinging through the city so fast you could barely notice him.
I truly believe that I have these powers to help people, to protect them.
Need my city, you need me. Taking off the mask, I know what you see. Know you want a neighbor like me. Just a young man cleaning up the streets. Ain't nothing changed, no, this is the real me.
So, you're Spider-Man. With my help, you'll achieve greatness.
Oh, man! This suit's incredible! If you ever need another butt kicking, just look for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Know you want a neighbor like
And no, you may not be excused from said test. Nice of you to join us, Mr. Parker. See me after class.
All right. So, what do you think?
I like it. It seems that they are incorporating the same voice actors, and some of them. Excuse me. Let me walk that back. It's the same characters that are kind of modeled after the Spider-Man universe that we're in now, which is good. They're changing kind of ethnicities of individuals, like I'm not talking about the elephant in the room. I'm talking about like MJ. Why does MJ look Asian? I don't remember Zendaya looking Asian, but hey, she looks Asian in this one.
Oh, I didn't even really notice. But I don't know. I think so why not talk about the elephant in the room? I guess at this point we're already there,
because that's a part of our what is now going to be episodically every episode, our Bo's Corner talk.
Yeah. So we can talk about our thoughts on switching ethnicities. But I thought the trailer was amazing. It looked really good. Yeah, it's in a similar universe and style of the current movies, which is great. It said by the people who brought you X-Men 97. Does that mean
by the same studio? So we're getting writers, the animation from them.
Animation. So does that mean that Spider-Man that we saw in X-Men 97 is no.
It's just the same studio.
Okay, so we don't need to start thinking beyond.
No, we don't need to tie, because there's apparently Spider-Man 98 in the works. I don't know how far along that is or if it's even coming, but apparently the fan buzz over him appearing in the X-Men season finale kind of like made people, happy. So
All right. Same characters, different multiverse. Keep up if you can. But that looks great. I haven't done any like IMDb in it. I know you're an IMDb type guy. So have you looked up who's involved with this? Like any voice actors or anything like that?
let's look. We could do this together.
All right. All right. You're on the case. What you got?
Let's look now here. All right, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Let's see who the voice actors are. Hudson Thames is playing Peter Parker. I believe he's new. Let's see what he's done before. Because I know they didn't actually back up. He's a singer. Looks nothing like the current Peter Parker we have in the live action. But he's been on a show called A-List. He's of course done music. I think this is probably one of his biggest projects. He played the son on Mad Men. For those of you that watch old shows like that, like me and my wife do. Coleman Domingo, which everybody knows.
He's dope. I like him.
He's Osborn. So that makes him. Coleman Domingo has been like in 9 Marvel shows. I don't know if you guys realize that. He's
9 Marvel shows.
Yeah.
He's actually even done the voice of Bruce Wayne in the Riddler Secrets of the Dark podcast series. And he was the voice of Unicron in Transformers Rise of the Beast.
Yeah, he's done a bunch of stuff. I believe wasn't he? Hold on. No, he dropped out of that. I thought he was cast as Joe Jackson, which is crazy. I could see him as Joe Jackson.
Joe Jackson. Well, yeah, I guess I could see that.
He's
playing Norman Osborn, which means Harry Osborn is also black. Shout out to
wait, hold on. So what? Just because the voice actor is black, like I just want to make
yes. That's kind of how this works. This is 2024 voice casting. Ain't no more what's the dude name? Cleveland Brown being played by a white dude. Like, no, that doesn't happen anymore. So but some interesting things I see here are that Vincent D'Onofrio plays Kingpin, and if you know him, you know that he plays Kingpin in the live action.
And Charlie Cox plays the Daredevil.
And Charlie Cox will be doing the voice of Daredevil. One, it's awesome that both of them will appear. It's also super awesome that they got the same voice actor. So that's pretty dope.
I wonder if that might have been a deal where they kind of threw it in when they re-up, like, hey, do you mind playing one episode? Like, it's probably easy to guest star instead of like committing to be on the show entirely. Like Tom Holland can't probably do how many episodes they're doing. I think it's like 8 or something the first season. He probably can't do that. Like,
yeah, probably not. He's busy. Yeah, he got other jobs. But yeah, when it comes to like doing a cameo, and you know what's interesting? I see all these people here, and I do not see a Mary Jane. So whoever you saw was not MJ.
Are you sure? The girl next to him in the locker when the show opens up, that's not MJ?
Not MJ. I mean, unless she just didn't have a voice actor at that time. There is Pearl Pangan and Nico Minoru are the only girls that
might
are listed.
That might be her.
Grace Song and Kathy Ang.
Wait a minute. So I'm trying to figure out. Okay, he's a freshman. He's 15.
Oh, by the locker. Yeah, that is not MJ. That is Pearl.
Well,
Pearl Pangan, which
but this
definitely sounds like a cartoon, a comic book name. Let me figure out who she is. She probably has some.
Okay, I don't think this is alternate timeline. There's an alternate timeline.
Yes. Wave
So,
is her name. She's a superhero, of course.
yeah.
All right.
So this is an alternate timeline that apparently where Norman Osborn becomes Peter Parker's mentor instead of Tony Stark. So the characters are similar to what we currently have, but it's in a different universe. So here you go.
Similar but different. Pearl Penguin, aka Wave, exists on Earth 616, and there will be more, but there was no MJ spotted at all. Tristan says we need to play Marvel Snap more often. That's true. They got literally every character in Marvel Snap, so that is how you keep up, because they pop up characters, and I'm like, who is this? Wait a minute, and I start looking them up. All right, so I think this looks great. I'm already in all the way. I was very excited, and then somebody came on Twitter and kind of spoiled my excitement, but we'll get back. We'll get to that later.
That's part of our our episodic segment that I mentioned earlier.
We'll get to that. Also, speaking of Spider-Man's voice actor, this is also some weird news. Had you heard that the Miles Morales voice actor was doing some creepy things lately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The movie's already delayed. I really hope that this doesn't delay it further. Like,
I hope not.
I hope this is like I dove into it, and if I'm honest, I just stopped and put my hands up. Maybe this is a misunderstanding. This is
twice. What are you talking about? This is two people two like weird incidents with women who were not interested in him, and him like constantly making it weird. You know what I mean? Being one of those guys that's like, where my hug? Yo, where my, like, nobody likes that guy. Like, there's a video, I won't even direct you to it, but there's like 10 minutes of him just being super creepy and weird during all of their like press run. It's like he read that a lot of the Spider-Man voice actors wound up dating their co-stars, and he was like, that's the way it's supposed to be. So it's destined. And they're like, I'm not interested in you. He's like, not yet. It's just, yeah, it's weird. But I hope that won't delay the film anymore. There's actually been a lot of internet talk like, oh, get him out of here, Sony. Y'all need to replace him. And it's like, come on, guy. I mean, just, this is weird, but I would certainly let this cool down, and let's hope that we can move forward. Anyway, into some positive news.
Man,
Rich and Rizless. I mean, I had to learn this. This is today's slang. Are you familiar with Riz? Are you into this?
I'm
slang?
not into Riz, but I am.
Maybe you're not into it.
I think I'm too old to have Riz. I had Game back in my day when I was single.
Yeah, so this is new game. So I didn't even realize it. I was at TwitchCon. This is when the first time I came up. There was this girl, and she was streaming, and I don't know if she knew who I was, or I kind of knew who she was, but she was streaming live as she was walking down the hall, and she's like, hey, what's your name? I was like, Megaran. And I'm like, what's your name? And then I could see her whole chat being like, he trying to Riz, he trying to Riz, he trying. And I was like, what is going on? And basically she's like, oh God, they think you trying to holler. And I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, man, I'm old and washed. So yeah. But one thing you learn though is that if you have game, you have game. If you don't have game, you don't have game. No amount of money or status is going to give you the Riz. All right. It's not going to, you can't buy the Riz. You just can't buy it.
He's disrespecting
disrespecting.
Yeah. Two different properties. My man is messing up Spider-Man, and my man is let Wu-Tang down. He was,
yeah, man. Don't let Raekwon.
He was Raekwon, who arguably has a ton of riz himself.
Right. Don't let the chef catch you slipping off this. I'm like, hey, yo, son. Nah, come here for a minute, son. Nah, yeah, I gotta tell you something about respecting these women. Oh my God.
So
Anyway.
apparently, Spider-Verse fans, Beyond the Spider-Verse is still in production, but there's no date. So
It's up in the air, bro.
2025, and now we don't even know.
We don't know, but at least we're going to get more Spider-Man content. I'm excited about it. So, speaking of Spider-Man content, you know who won't be giving us any more Spider-Man content? Sony Pictures. And and it's because it turns out it's really hard to make a Spider-Man universe without an actual Spider-Man.
But wait, there's more. They were allowed to use Spider-Man this entire time.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Come on, who said that?
100%. Look it up.
I'm gonna look that up.
They were 100%. It's their IP.
All right. So in 99, when they sold it, you mean that was still part of the agreement was that you could still use them?
No, Sony still owns Spider-Man. 100%.
Okay.
So Marvel leases the character from them. It's like a working agreement that they did with the Hulk. Except the Hulk, they haven't worked it out where they can make their own movies. Spider-Man's movies are produced by Sony, but under the supervision and I believe production of Marvel. Like they control the story and where it goes and everything because they tie it into their bigger future. So Sony could have had their own Spider-Man.
But they just didn't. They were like, we'll be fine.
Yeah. And so basically, they just didn't want to poison the well, like Drizzen says. They don't want to poison the well because imagine if you put out an ass-tacular Spider-Man under the Sony banner, they're not going to feature.
But they've been
in
putting out
Avengers
straight trash. They've been putting out straight trash.
I don't know about that.
Have you seen Craven?
I did, and I liked it. I liked it.
Of course you did.
The story was your typical studio meddling, but Aaron Taylor Johnson was good in it, and it had great action scenes. It's just the story was not coherent. It's like they don't know what they want to do with their characters. And then at that point, the only reason the movie was put out to like die. That's why Aaron Taylor Johnson was so chill and relaxed during his pressers. He was like, yo, come out and see the movie. He was wearing Jordans. He was just like being mad charismatic because he cared about it. And what I want to see is Marvel use him later down the line in the same role or bring him back as Quicksilver, man.
Maybe they will. Maybe they will because he seemed to have a good attitude about the process. Like you could easily come out of this just angry, mad, being like, I never do no comics again. I hate these movies. But I don't know if he's particularly a good actor per se, but being a good sport, I think is that counts for something. So
okay. I also want Tom Hardy to come back.
Craven. What's that?
I also want Tom Hardy to come back. I think Tom Hardy's case, and again, this might be all bullshit. This is wrestling brain here. If I could speculate, is that he wants to put enough time between that contract and Venom is not going to be introduced until at earliest after the Avengers movies. So at that time, there's been enough distance. They could easily bring back a Brock from this universe that's Venom. That's still Venom. You know what I mean? Like they could make him a totally different individual and then have the Venom be like, I remember you. You were my Eddie and blah, blah, blah. And,
Yeah. I mean, they could do that. I still think there are some pieces, like you said, that are salvageable. But I think the idea of attempting to make a Spider-Man universe and then just not using Spider-Man, you
And then
shot yourself in the foot right out the gate.
they could have pounced on it when they brought back the 2 Spider-Men. You know what I mean? You could have had Andrew
Mhm.
Garfield come back and finish out his movie and have him be the face that faces all the Sinister Six, because they could have finished that out and done that well. And then who knows? They could, because Andrew Garfield is down to be Spider-Man again.
He
You know
is.
what I mean? You could have an older Spider-Man that look at the Spider-Verse. They did it well. He
Mhm.
could have been an older Peter Parker that's a little bit bitter, not as old as Toby, because Toby's a different age group. You're like, yo, I'm married, I lost my MJ and I'm out here just not doing anything. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. All right. So to the question of why, let's just go back a little bit and then bring it forward. And some of it's been answered in the comments, but some of you might be watching this tomorrow and can't see them. So in 1999, as you know, Marvel was broke. It was bad. And so they sold off Spider-Man to Sony. And this was well before superhero movies were a thing. Sony flipped it, turned Spider-Man into a giant blockbuster, made the Spider-Man trilogy, and eventually this would lead back to the MCU popping off. But the agreement with Marvel included a condition requiring the studio to commence production on a Spider-Man movie, dedicated Spider-Man movie, every 5 years or so, or the film rights would go back to Marvel. So Sony has to continue putting out Spider-Man. So therefore, 5 years after Spider-Man 3, Sony did the reboot with Garfield, which was Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man.
which was good. I loved them.
That was good. I did not like Amazing Spider-Man 2. I thought that was kind of weak. But however, leading the Marvel Sony deal and led to the Marvel Sony deal, which Spider-Man would then enter the MCU and Sony will create a parallel universe. A report from The Wrap paints a bleak picture of Sony's Spider-Man universe, claiming that the studio sank $465 million into a series of films that just didn't resonate with viewers. Just weren't good. The biggest issue with the Sony Spider-Man spinoff seems to be the lack of quality control, a Sony insider told The Wrap. Yeah, the movies just aren't that good. I mean, maybe you enjoy them and that's cool, but
I mean, they're not anything to write home about, but they weren't that bad. But there were some movies that didn't need to be made. Like Morbius as a regular vampire movie, great.
Yeah.
As Morbius trying to, like, at the end and in the middle talk about Spider-Man, stupid.
Yeah.
But like,
doesn't make any sense.
I don't know why. Like, they were too afraid because Sony eats a lot of bread from Marvel. Like, that deal is lucrative, and you know what else it does? It keeps the Spider-Man name in the universe, which means that they can sell games, they can sell property, and all that stuff. So if Marvel decides not to use Spider-Man in their the cinematic universe, then that's a big chunk of money and free publicity that Sony will lose out on.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. So anyway, fast forward, one more flop. Craven does this now mean it's over? Is this it? Like,
well,
contractually, or they can just keep doing these forever?
No. They canceled any other films that were in the slate. There was a couple other ones that didn't make sense. They were trying to get to a Sinister Six and trying to just set up this world that you can, like, just insert Spider-Man. It's like, imagine if when we were kids, right? Instead of giving us He-Man, they gave us all of He-Man's enemies. They had a whole show, a bunch of shows about Skeletor, Evil Lyn, all these people, and then they never introduced Spider-Man until and then they decided to just end it because nobody was supporting the side character.
Did we not do a Masters of the Universe podcast together?
Yeah,
on the new show. Did they not kill He-Man in like the first 20 minutes of that show?
Yeah, but he was still a central character. Like, you know, man, like at least he appeared. It's not like we started the show and then they were like, "Hey, man, you ever heard about He-Man?" Like, "Yeah, man, that brother cold." And they're like, "All right, let's keep talking about him later on. We're never going to show him."
No, but the point is, sorry for the spoiler. This is part of the reason why that show got so beat up online. Is it wasn't about He-Man. It's literally about the Masters of the Universe. So because of that happening, people were really upset. So the same thing would happen if you'd be like, "Yo, Spider-Man's villains without Spider-Man, like Superman's villains without Superman ever." Like you could at least be like, "Man, Spidey's just keeps getting away." Or where's Spidey now? Oh, he's out with the Avengers. Like, just give me something. You know what I'm saying?
You prefer dialogue in context?
Yes. I think if they worked the timeline and it was like, man, you know, you're in the middle of the city and everybody's like, man, if only Spider-Man was here, and they turn on the TV, like, well, him and Ant-Man are freaking fighting this giant thing over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they could have just tied it in with Avengers that way. Like, if you don't want the risk of, you know, creating a bad Spider-Man character, just line the timeline up. Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. I think honestly, the end move of this, if Sony just completely wants to get out of this space, because, you know, they're Spider-Man and all that's relatively new for them. Like, they've invested in the villains before, but they were just in the Spider-Man business, and outside of that, they never really invested this much money. So I guess they were stuck in a weird place where they kept rebooting the character, and then they didn't want to confuse the fans. So they were kind of like, all right, if these movies are successful, at a certain point when Marvel is done with Spider-Man or our deal is over, we could welcome him back, even the same character, even the same actor, because his actual contract is with Sony. It's not with Marvel.
Okay. Wait, Tom Holland?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like a joint production. Like, you know what I mean? It's like rappers, like, you know, you signed to this person, but you're on this label.
It's a joint venture. I feel like they both signed the paperwork.
Yeah.
You know.
So basically they could have, I think the end game, if they made it properly, they could have had Spider-Man later on down the line, bring him back, and then they had a rich universe, but they didn't do it right. You know, they kept getting different directors and nobody had a vision. And that's why some movies made no sense and some did. Like the Venom first two movies were great. The last movie was just a goodbye to Venom. But like then what is it, Madam Web? I don't even know who greenlit that.
Oh God, Madam Web.
It's like they get great actors, but then they it looks like they spent all that money just on the acting. They're like, what random script can we get?
Yeah, like they get freaking AI to write this script, because like how do you get Scarlett Johansson and then you get a terrible script? So they just like the big name, you know, character to try to sell the tickets, but they don't worry about the rest of it. Like Madam Web was kind of like Craven. I feel like these movies are doomed from the start. Like I don't think this movie could have. I don't think this
Madam Web
could have been successful.
Madam Web it was a backdoor way of them trying to get a live action like Spider-Woman, and it failed on every account. Like I don't know,
but it wasn't bad though. It wasn't bad, right?
No, that was bad. I haven't even finished watching it.
I fell asleep on it on the plane.
I watched up until, spoiler alert, I mean, who the hell's still watching Madam Web right now?
Hey, somebody in the comments will be like, wait a minute.
The ambulance scene or the fire truck scene where her boss gets in and she's like, wait. And then she kept having the vision of him dying. And I was like, oh, that's stupid. I was like, I'm good.
There's just so many dumb moments in that movie. Like, I'm like, oh man, this isn't supposed to be serious, right? Like, it's like the Room level of dumb. sometimes. Anyway, this has been all right. So we start with some good, we get into a little bit of critical. So maybe we can get back to something good, because I really hope that there's actually something positive to talk about. So moving forward, I will talk about something positive. Marvel Rivals. All right. So I don't know if you guys are playing this. This is like the Overwatch killer. It's a very, very, very popular game that has like taken over pretty much, but it's very much for the young kids, much like everything else we get into.
But it's a mobile game, right?
No, well, it's on all systems. It's multi-platform.
Oh,
I don't know if it's mobile as well. I don't think so. No, but PC and consoles. So yeah, first person shooter, team battle, hero shooter, PvP. So you team up 5-on-5 and you do some cool stuff. I think it's a really good one. I don't know. You should check it out. I don't know if you're into shooters. We talk about this a lot, but I don't know if that's your bag.
I'm into. I like the ideas of them. I suck, but I'll jump in. They got me. Marvel, pull my arm. Why don't you? Like,
I mean, yeah, you look at it and you're like, oh man, like this looks really cool. You know what I mean? They just announced a Wolverine. So drop. I'm gonna look at the gameplay reveal for Wolverine real quick.
oh wait, that's so it's surviving the leak and it's making it to the systems.
Oh yeah, not the Wolverine game, because I don't know when that's happening.
Oh, it's the Wolverine DLC to
Wolverine
Rivals
character that is going to be in Rivals.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not. I haven't seen another sentence on that Wolverine game. I don't.
I mean, they said everything that they needed to say when the whole thing leaked.
Oh yeah. So I think they went back to the drawing board. So yeah, you see like the kind of like exaggerated, visuals. I mean, it looks cool. Everybody else is shooting and you're just slashing. So he's much more of a grounded kind of character. But yeah, so each character is going to have a different role in the team. And I like that he could just tackle you down. Like, that was pretty dope.
That's pretty cool.
I might need to check it out. I played it during beta phase and I liked it. I just couldn't necessarily. I couldn't win. Like, I had people.
How much does this cost anyway?
It's free to play.
Really?
Yeah, I think you only pay for like cosmetic stuff. There's a Spider-Man reveal. I think Spider-Man's in the game too. So they're just gonna keep putting in people because it seems to be pretty easy to do that.
So if you had
heard Spidey,
this is like a
kind of broken though,
like a team-based Fortnite type deal.
Yeah, I guess you can call it like a Fortnite. Much more Overwatch, which is what they call a hero shooter, because you got to team up with people who have like skill sets that complement your own. You know what I'm saying? So one person is going to be the tank, one person's going to be the healer, one person's going to be the long range, the sniper, one person, so you got to have people that do everything. But it's freaking free, so might want to try it out.
Yep.
Yeah, check it out. I tried to play it, and then somebody actually took the time to message me after a game and was like, "Yo, you suck, bro."
Really?
That's when I quit. Yep. Yeah,
bro, that is hilarious. The fact that they took time out of their day. It was like, yo, hang it up, my dude.
Yeah, man, that was not cool. But apparently I needed to hear that because I didn't really know. I was like, maybe I'm doing okay, but no, I'm not doing okay. But this game's good. I really like it. I'm just not good at it. So that is some positive Marvel news. Also in video game news, have you heard about the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and Beyond going on? This is a mod. I think you're the one who actually told me about it.
Yeah. Before my actual day started, I downloaded the Beyond zip file because one of my boys discovered it. It was one of those things I discovered, and everybody's like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Oh well." And then now a couple of my friends are like, "Yo, you know about this?" I was like, "Yeah." I downloaded the thing this morning, and probably after we get off, I'm gonna install it. It works on
I think you have
Steam.
to have the original Marvel.
No, you have to have Marvel versus Capcom Infinite,
Yeah.
and which is like literally $11 on Steam right now.
Oh, well, there it is. That's easy.
And so what happens is they updated the artwork and the music, which makes the game a lot more enjoyable. Because when the game came out, it was like meh.
Yeah,
You know?
it was definitely a letdown. But so, I mean, were you a Marvel player? Do you know about it? Can you talk about
Yeah, I played this.
the Marvel scene and
Yeah.
what's
So
all right, I'm gonna let this run a little bit so we can check out this new trailer.
And beyond. One of the largest fighting game mods ever, designed for fans, by fans. Are you ready? Go before full throttle! Featuring 36 Marvel and Capcom characters with a refreshing art style.
Okay. Yeah, they stepped it up.
Breathe new life into your characters and combos with visuals never seen before. Some will have completely new graphical overhauls.
By the hoary host of heaven, unyielding justice, I won't surrender.
Discover interesting possibilities with redesigned color palettes.
Let's play again sometime.
And others exciting and unique alternate costumes.
Got it! More! Who'll be coming up to step on this? It's playtime! Here we go!
Nice.
Gameplay has been updated. Enjoy characters' unique new tools.
Don't give up! Time for overkill! Grenade launcher!
Wait, is that the Infinity Gauntlet?
Souls the Pines, the Power Stone! The galaxy is mine! Haste and eternity of pain! Cosmic Fall!
Stages have been given an update. Nods and Easter eggs to the Versus series are abound.
it looks way better.
Gameplay like never before.
It does.
with thrilling
This is like a
strategy
massive
mode.
update.
I'm so happy. Like I know it works for PC,
Well, music track
and
never
and
heard.
it should work for like handhelds like Steam Deck and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
So, gives me something to do. Take the dust off of all my handhelds that sit in the corner doing nothing.
Yeah, that looks really good. I'd try to play it on a Steam Deck. I'll see if it'll work out. I really like it. So just reading about it a little bit, the community created this. Maximilian Dude, a bunch of other people who love the game, put their money and time behind this, and they've been funding this project out of pocket over the past few months, and they've spent over $30,000 to make this happen.
That's love.
Yeah, just out of love. Like, and I'm really surprised. Like, I haven't seen any comments from Capcom, so I feel like this is one of those situations where Capcom's going to just kind of
Capcom's like, I don't
cleverly
see
look
anything.
the other way. Like,
Look,
what are you
I don't
talking
see
about?
it. Like,
Hey.
I don't see it.
What are you talking about? I don't never heard of this thing you talking about.
And then all of a sudden they put out T-shirts for it.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Capcom's been pretty good about not like shutting stuff like this down. So let's hope this doesn't cause any problems, because they went through a lot of work. And yeah, Capcom has to know about it. The fact that they got like new music tracks, they put new voices
I
in
mean,
it.
it came out like what was in it? When did I tell you about this? Like October or November, something like that?
I don't know, but apparently it's been going for a while. Justin Wong said that the final boss is the hardest fighting game boss of all time. He said that.
When this came out for consoles way back when, I bought the limited edition, but it just sucked, bro.
Yeah, that game was not good. Like I remember people being like really, really so disappointed. Like the level of hype versus the lack of delivery, it was bad. And we're like, oh no, this.
I feel like Capcom, they understand what they did. That's why they released Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and what is the fighting collection, newer systems. I bought that on every single platform.
Yeah,
like because I'm a nerd and I like it. Like I don't know what it is. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 brings me to like an amazing era where you played it in the arcade, and then Dreamcast came out, and you had it.
Yeah, man, that was such a great moment. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is, I mean, I'm like that with Street Fighter 2 because I'm older, but Marvel 2 was super special. Like on Dreamcast and the arcade, like that was a moment. Like lining up to play that game was just, it was something. So yeah, check that out. Like you said, Marco said it, you can grab Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite for like $10-11, and then you can slap this new coat of paint on it, and
and you can get the Ultimate Edition. So
okay, that's what all that.
If anything, that helps Marvel sales because people are gonna buy it.
That's true. Like, what if this thing just all of a sudden just starts selling like crazy? And now they're
if anything, they might license it and then package it and re-release it updated. And they get their money back.
I can see that. Tilted Town says prior to that mod, the game had 6 players on Steam average. After they were up to 1,000 plus. So it's definitely increasing the life of the game. So how can you be mad at that, Capcom? You can't. That's how. All right. Well, I think we pretty much have covered everything that we wanted to cover in this year. But there's always some bonus footage, I must say. At the end, we always have to ask ourselves, what did Bo do now? And here we are asking again, what did Bo do? So he's been tweeting. He's been on the X.
He been on the Twitters.
He's been on these tweet streets. So I think immediately after he watched this Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man trailer, and I got happy the way we felt, and you got happy the way you felt, he said, "Here, let me rephrase. Hey, Marvel Studios, please stop." Oh, at Marvel Studios, of course. I mean, I was assuming he got somebody there's number. Hey, at Marvel Studios, please stop race swapping white villains to black people. It reads funny. Kang, High Evolutionary, Norman Osborn, Electro, Mordo. So he names 5 times that a white villain has been changed into a black person, and says this reads funny. What do you think about this?
I think, you know what? Yes, those characters that he outlined on the pages were white, but when did these comics come out? You know what I mean? Like, just like everything in the world, as time goes past, things evolve and change.
Yes, the world isn't all lily white anymore. And so therefore diversity is something that we see every day, and at least I hope we see every day.
Yeah.
And so it should be reflected in the stuff that we read, the stuff that we watch. So that to me explains why characters get changed. But when I was playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, what I liked is they didn't change anybody's race, but they just made the whole world super diverse. So you run into somebody, the clerk at the, you know what I'm saying, the hotel is a black woman. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, wow, that's cool because you literally never see that in this world. You know what I'm saying? So I like that approach to diversity too, where you could just make the like NPCs, the non-character players, you could make them any race you want because, but at the same time, people want to see themselves in these heroes and these villains. And I think you can't have it both ways. You can't be like, you know what? I didn't see his complaint about a black Captain America. I don't know, maybe he complained. I didn't see his complaint about a black Green Lantern. I didn't see his complaint about Namor. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he had those.
I think this is Marvel versus Bill DeMayo. He just doesn't like anything that they
That's
do.
That's the next video game. Marvel versus Bill DeMayo.
It's just him in
on
multiple
one
outfits.
side, and every character from the MCU.
Like imagine Marvel says, you know what, Bo, you're right. And they give us a white Black Panther.
White Black Panther. You know what? And people love to do that one where they'd be like, you know what? That's it. Ryan Gosling as Black Panther. Now, you happy? Diversity. No, idiot. Because Ryan Gosling as Black Panther makes no sense on any level. Black Panther's race, ethnicity is essential to his character. Now, some of these people, it's not essential at all. Like Spider-Man, who's a freaking alien, or Superman, who's a freaking alien. You know what I'm saying? So when race and ethnicity is a part of this person's story, you can't be messing around and changing stuff. You know what I'm saying? So the white Black Panther is called the White Tiger. I think that's going to happen with
I mean,
Bucky,
we had an Asian Superman in the 90s, so
yeah, I mean, why not? I don't think any...
I mean, no, but you're not understanding. Like you never watched Lois and Clark. Dean Cain is of Asian descent. So
yeah. Well, there you go. Well, look again, this is Marvel versus Bo. This is not, it don't count for nobody else.
And it's like he's like, how is he missing on the easiest shot? Like,
so here's the part where he gets caught up. There's a response by someone who says, "Hey yo, remember when you changed Sunspot's skin tone?" And he said, "Okay, this was a Marvel directive. The crew members and I brought up his Afro heritage multiple times, but they wanted quote unquote Latino representation on the team because Storm and Bishop were already black." So this to me sounds like, all right, bro. Like it's that was Marvel from the top. Somebody upstairs was like, "Hey man, we need more. We need more Latino."
They were like, you know what? I was talking to my gardener, and me and Pedro decided that we want a Latino. And first of all, he's Brazilian, which is more African and European roots than anything. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like dog.
You can't.
Now, if he would have made him Dominican and he pulled up with some cornrows and a Tim's, I would have been all for it.
like you can't have it both ways, bro. You can't be like, you know what, I'm gonna move this around and that's okay. Oh, and then right when you got to answer for everything. So it's like, oh well, they made me do that. So, well, when you were making the movie or making the show and being paid, I didn't see any tweets like, "Hey, Marvel Studios, why did you make me change his heritage several times?" Anyway.
But see his response, he's like, this is like the black Superman argument. If a black baby landed in the middle of Kansas, this might be a very different Clark growing up story than what we've had. And I'm like, all right, bro. Like,
yeah, yeah, sure.
but
come on, man. I just can't. I can't. Like, I wanna understand you. I want to believe you, but you literally race swapped Sunspot and X-Men. And so I just don't like we can't have both. You know what I mean? Someone said, "Isn't Kang purple?"
yeah. There's been multiple versions of him.
Like, I don't think I just don't I don't know, man. I think sometimes diversity is always needed. And yes, people feel like forced diversity is not fun. But yeah.
Hold on. These are characters that came out of people's minds. It's not like it's an autobiography.
Right.
You can make them whoever they want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody owns the IP except the studios that are putting it out. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I don't. Somebody said that. Michelle Rodriguez. She was like, I don't like them changing colors of characters. Why don't they just make new characters? Well, I'm gonna tell you why, Michelle Rodriguez. Because new characters don't sell. We need the classic characters that we know and love to do well, and then maybe that can lead to something else. But the fact is, we have other characters. We have Black Lightning and other things like that. But it's not always just going to be completely like it's not going to blow up or be a great investment all the time to just throw somebody in there. So they kind of people criticize it and say it's a lack of creativity and this and that. It's not. I mean, they could make up new characters. They could totally do it. They just won't sell. Like, who will want to go run to the movie? Like, I don't know, man. Anywho, but yes, he's been called out several times in this post about Sunspot, who was brought up as it was
Adrian at _A leader. I said, remember when you changed Sunspot skin tone?
Yeah, man, they're not really letting him get this off because it's but that was different because that was somebody else's fault. Norman Osborn being black. Now remember, we've talked about, I'm sure that's what inspired this, is that the Norman Osborn being black. But please remember, Norman Osborn done had waves since like the 60s.
Yeah, and I like I don't care what you like. People are like, oh no, that was a slick back hair. I was like, nah, bro. Hey, Superman ain't had those. Like Peter Parker ain't had that same hair.
Nah, like, my man had the 360s popping. And come on now. I was like, what? Like, this has been forever. Like, you can go back to old comics and see this dude's waves flowing. And it's like, that ain't the Superman cowlick. That ain't that's literally not the same.
If anything, they should come off the fact that Harry has the worst hair in the show. Like, I don't know what's going on. I ain't never seen anybody's.
He got like 6 different hairstyles, yo. I didn't want to come at him, but he got like a couple of waves. I think he had waves in the back, like his dad.
I thought those were cornrows into his shape up. I was like, what?
Yo, my man had like 6 different hairstyles. I was like, yo, you spent about $300 at the barbershop, yo. Because that's crazy. You need a specialist to get that done.
To respond to D-Risen, I love Static Shock, but the more I watched that cartoon as an adult, the more I realized that the entire thing was like how people saw the hood back then.
Yeah.
It's like it's a lot of euphemism on that show. Bang babies? All right, we know what you were really talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, come on.
No, you're absolutely right. Everybody's mentioned that that all the characters that I brought up as examples that nobody complained about because they weren't necessarily race swapped, but they were brought in to be the characters that they were. So like Falcon, Prince Namor, and who else did I say? Green Lantern. But when characters get race swapped, people immediately have an issue. But I don't think he's talking about what Electro. What did they do with Electro? Oh, Jamie Foxx, right? Yeah, remember Jamie Foxx was Electro in an Amazing Spider-Man, and in the last Spider-Man movie, and the last one. Yep. Hey, Spider-Man. So I Spider-Man. You know what? They should have let your man do it. What's it called? I forgot his name. Man, the original roadie, so he could be like, "Hey, Spider-Man." Oh God, yo, that would be funny. They bring Terrence Howard back. That's not the only tweet he sent out. Oh, we can talk about so there's another one. All right, we'll get to his last tweet and then try to move forward. What did his last tweet say? Can you read it? They were very well aware that the rights. So basically, somebody added him and it said, unaware that Disney regained the rights back from Fox. Disney bought the Fox 6 years ago. X-Men 97 was in production alongside a What If. And then apparently, and they used Storm. And this is such a WTAF statement. But then your man Bo said they very well were aware that the rights, and we had convos and it's absolutely bullshit again, just liars. They just came and asked my X-Men 97 team and I what character they could use in What If season 3, and we pointed them to What If number 12, 1990, which was Storm. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Okay. So this thing, and this kind of goes back to Sony and being like, Sony, you say had the right to use Spider-Man. They just didn't want to for whatever reason. Oh man, we don't need Spider-Man. We got his enemies. We got his ops. Like, why? So that sounds like a foolish move. So again, that might have been the same type of foolish move made here on What If, where they were like, either they weren't allowed or like for them to say they didn't know. I don't know why they would just lie about that. But again, stranger things happen. And I think you lie when you're kind of backed into a corner, like maybe somebody didn't like something. And now you're like, it wasn't my fault, which is exactly what literally Bo does the same thing. So when you get that heavy criticism, you're like, but I didn't know. I just didn't know, So I don't know. I think if you use Marvel or Disney in any tweet, Bo is there. Like the Jackson 5, I'll be there. Like it doesn't matter. Me and you could be like, man, I sure love Disney. He'll come out of nowhere like, hey, Disney lied. By the way, what? Disney sucks. They hate you. Like it's Marvel versus Bo. It's up. It's on site. It's on site. It is up forever. I really wish somebody takes a picture of Bo like at Disney World and be like, "Yo, what happened here, bro?" Oh, that studio made us take a trip. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do. Oh gosh. So him saying that it's not believable. Or that he doesn't believe that, but it happened so long ago. So that's why I was like, this actually does kind of make sense that they're kind of capping, because the sale happened so long ago. Like, how do you not know you don't have access? You know what I mean? If anything, he probably didn't want to out who said, "Yo, you can't use that character right now." Yeah, or something I think somebody said it. Like, I don't see why you would just do that and not actually. He's trying not maybe Marvel's at a point that they're like, yo, we're trying to trim all the fat. If you say something out of pocket, you're on the do not call back list. That maybe I think that could be it. Like, people just got to keep certain things kind of quiet. because they don't want to rock the boat. You know what I'm saying? But he could have just not said anything. And then, hey, maybe next time I'll include more mutants. But I don't know. I haven't finished really, but I haven't been enjoying What If this season as much as last one. So, but hopefully when they remember that they can use mutants, things will get a little cooler.
Yep.
What if Brian remembered that Disney and Fox merged and he could use mutants? What if?
Well, this is the last season of What If, but apparently they're bridging over to a different show, which is kind of what the What If universe came from.
Is it What the? Remember, you ever see the comics What the Marvel What the?
No, it's I did see the comments.
Okay, so they're doing something else. So this is the end of What If. Well, what if it was over?
They're gonna, I forgot the name of it. Somebody, I was reading this earlier and I wish I would have wrote it down. They're doing the Exiles. That's what they're doing for the next show, which is a different run. And a lot of, so basically they kind of, from what I keep hearing, I haven't watched it yet. There, people are upset that they kind of confusingly, and they would have, on a cliffhanger, introducing Exiles. So,
okay, and Exiles actually sounds kind of cool. I'm just reading the story. So it ran from 2001 to 2008. A team of heroes pulled from different realities. The Exiles have spent years traveling from one alternate universe to another, working to repair each and hoping to one day complete their mission. It is very much What If style.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you go to these alternate worlds and you try to fix things. So yeah, okay, it's like Quantum Leap meets
except when not the tragically awesome and sometimes not appropriate for 2024 Quantum Leap.
Yeah. So as of now, I believe we still have no date for season 2 of X-Men 97.
But it's coming. It was on the sizzle reel that they did for what is it, X23 or something? What did they do?
Well, the D23 event, yes. They did say that it is coming. They are deep at work. And so hopefully by the end of this year, but who knows?
But we'll still continue chugging along. Maybe we switch gears to the new Spider-Man show.
Yeah. I hope so. So yeah, we'll be talking about Spider-Man because I'm really looking forward to seeing that. So Mel Weezy says it looks whack. I disagree, but we'll see.
But we appreciate your opinion.
Thank you. All right. Well, we're gonna head on out of here. But thanks for listening, watching, viewing, commenting. Yep. Happy New Year. Be safe. Come into the new year. If you want to do a resolution, do that. But if you want to just change your life, you could also just do that too. Or if you don't want to change your life, you can also do that. So just make yourself happy, make your family happy, and keep on keeping on, y'all. Excelsior. I'm Mega Ran.
I'm Marcos at the Sunset Kid.
And yeah, hit us on all the socials. Are you on Blue Sky yet? Are you there yet?
I don't even know what that is, bro.
Oh man. Everybody's kind of trying to leave X. I don't think anybody's actually leaving it. They just go to Blue Sky to talk about how bad Elon Musk is on X. So it's a little annoying, but it's a good alternative because they don't like throttle your links. Like if you post a link to something, Twitter doesn't let it get out to your people. They be hating. So anywho, we are out of here, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome, safe, spectacular new year. I'm gonna try to find my ending video.
Yep.
Maybe I guess I'll play the intro then, because I usually have an outro by Marcos. Oh yeah, I do. All right, y'all. Peace.
Hey, this is Marcos. Thanks for supporting the X-Pod 97. We now have merch, y'all. Grab a t-shirt, grab a sticker, grab a hoodie, or even get a mug for one of your relatives or something. I don't know. Rep the greatest X-Men podcast on the planet. We love doing what we do, and we want to continue bringing you weekly episodes. So don't forget to rate us and always subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest drops. Thanks again. We appreciate everything. See ya next time.
Don't worry about you.
They should have animated Forge's face when he turned on the news and he saw like all disappointed, like
I'm like Charlie in front of the board here.
Hey, this is Marcos. Thanks for supporting the X-Pod 97. We now have merch, y'all. Grab a t-shirt, grab a sticker, grab a hoodie, or even get a mug for one of your relatives or something. I don't know. Rep the greatest X-Men podcast on the planet. We love doing what we do, and we want to continue bringing you weekly episodes. So don't forget to rate us and always subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest drops. Thanks again. We appreciate everything. See ya next time.